Hey, so family, I just wanted to do this quick video, and it's in regards to the changes that we can um, expect to, see this year, the year of the ox, and this might actually last for the 12-year period, this second 12-year period. As to, the energies they shift, so yeah, this 12-year period, okay? Um, I want to talk about diet and our diets and changes to our appetites. Okay, so the appetite is also being impacted. Okay, um, our appetites are being changed, and I noticed specifically for like Cancer Sun, um, Pisces rising. Okay, Gemini Moon, Pisces Sun, Aquarius Moon, Scorpio rising. Let me see. Okay. Gemini Sun, Taurus Moon, Aquarius rising. I'm gonna tell you why I'm calling out these placements. Okay. Um. Wow. Almost everybody. Okay. Libra Sun, Virgo Moon, Gemini rising. Aquarius Sun, most definitely and only natural for you. Because you are the leading frequency as to what is about to be said. Okay, so Aquarius Sun, Libra rising, Capricorn Moon. Okay. Mhm. Wow. Though each of these um placements, they've got different frequencies, they still tie into the grand scheme, the grand change. Maybe it won't change for Capricorn Sun, as I said that. Ooh. But then again, Capricorn as well. Alright. So I saw what I wanted to. Alright. So, we are in the age of Aquarius, and I, I've said many a times that, the age of Aquarius is also the age of the humanitarian, okay? And the vegan, not just the scientist, okay? Not just the astrologer, astronomer, cosmologist. It's also the age of eating vegetation, in other words, right? Aquarius frequency, like I said, is the leading frequency here because you've got the second house in Leo, and we've got the fifth house in Scorpio, and then we've got the eighth house in Aquarius frequency, and then the 11th house, which is Aquarius ruled, in that second house frequency, Taurus. And so that's the completion of that cycle. It's the age of eating vegetables. And for so long, ever since I was a teenager, I've had this desire to um have a very conscious, um non-sadistic um decent diet. And for me that meant eating just vegetables and fruits. Right? That's what that meant to me, a decent diet. One that's not sadistic, right? Because Aquarius, okay, one of my earlier videos, I think it's on, Fenikusu Joso on Instagram. That's, a second Instagram that I created after, Sky Goddess Infinity. That one got hacked. And I created, Sky Goddess Infinity 666, which I renamed Fenikusu Joso, which is, Phoenix Rising in Japanese. In one of them earlier videos, I spoke about, when I was, making my introduction, um, welcome introduction to the age of Aquarius. I spoke on what Aquarius really embodies. And Aquarians are very respectable. You know why? Because they pay homage not just to, other human beings, but also to other living beings and living things like the trees, okay? They are conscious, we Aquarians, us Aquarians, are conscious that the trees are living, that they've got sense, okay? That they can be communicated to, okay? Um, Conscious also that the animals are kind of like, a bridge between us and the trees. You know, um, they make sounds, more audible sounds in comparison to the trees, which really only make sounds when there's a breeze, or a rush of wind. Okay? But Aquarians, they respect all life. Basically, that's the point. Right? Not just their own, because Aquarius, that surpassed Libra. Okay? It's a higher frequency air sign to Libra. Okay? So it understands justice. And that is why it is balanced. Okay? Um, and that's why, Aquarians, they carry that respectable, frequency. You know? Being in the age of Aquarius, right? We are being called to, Aquarius don't kill. It's a humanitarian. The humanitarian doesn't kill, right? The humanitarian saves lives. Okay, and sometimes, the means or ways and means of saving people, it might seem, for each humanitarian, might seem contradictory to, the motto, which is to save lives. But sometimes, to save someone, you gotta break them. Okay, to save someone, you gotta, ostracize them. I feel like this is a message not just for you, but also for myself. I do that a lot of times. Sometimes when I'm, encouraging people, I find that I'm also encouraging myself because I find that I, too, was or, in a similar situation, right? I needed that encouragement. Um, but many a times, when you're ostracized, if you're good, you'll find your way. The good ones always find their way back. That's what the Spirit says. Hence the school of hard knocks life. We all go through shit. We all go through shit. How we handle shit speaks of our virtue, morals, values, and strength. So, I find that I'm a very, I can be a harsh teacher in the way in which I deliver messages, but I like being honest. And, if I am angry, I like being honest with that anger and expressing that anger, you know. But I love black people just the same, but I just cannot fuck with you guys because you don't love knowledge, and I'm a lover of knowledge. You feel me? Lover of knowledge. I fuck knowledge, and it fucks me too. I fuck with knowledge, and it fucks with me too in the most beautiful way. Um, Aquarius is not one to attack. Let me go back to that. The opposite frequency, which is Leo, is more prone to attacking, and therefore, people of that Leo frequency, they're more meat eaters. Hence, black people loving to eat meat so much, right? It's as though a meal is never complete without meat. And to a lot of black people, yeah, I'm gonna tell you, white people, if you're watching, or Japanese, Chinese people, um, black people consider you impoverished when you feed on vegetable and you don't purchase meats or eat meat. Like I said, in the black community, there are lots of facades and, a lot of make believe and pretend. And a lot of black people really just do things to look a certain way. It's just they focus too much on the ego, which I know that's a prime characteristic of Leo frequency, fifth house, the ego. But I too am a black person. Am I not? So even though you're under that frequency, it still isn't an excuse to be arrogant, ignorant, prideful, which are all characteristics of Leo frequency. Negative Leo frequencies, imbalanced Leo. Okay? When you're an imbalanced Leo, you're ignorant, you're arrogant, very aggressive, abusive, disrespectful, yeah, proud and prideful, not to forget that. So how you know when you are vibrating at that negative Leo frequency, if you've got Leo highly aspected, if you're a black person, or both, okay, is when you're really cocky and proud. You just cannot take instructions. It's just really hard for you. It's just you don't like correction. It's like the death of you. When you are so disrespectful to everyone and everything, and you feel like you can say anything you want to everyone and anything, that's Donald Trump with that Leo rising for you. It's his spirit. He's got it in his spirit. Okay? You're very ignorant, very arrogant, and Leo's vibrating low. They tend to not like to study. They tend to not like knowledge any at all. Which, like I said, a lot of black people vibrate at that frequency. Yeah? When you study in these black dominated countries, people, they look at you like you're the lowest. I'm like, but how? You're below me. Because I know certain things that, you know, are gonna happen. So I can prepare for that. How you lacking certain knowledge find yourself more valuable than I am. Knowledge is what adds value to you. So if you're stupid, you're worth nothing. That's pretty much it. And even if you're a celebrity who's, stupid, it only takes a matter of time for you to lose all of that cash. That pride, frivolous spending, arrogant spending. Okay? And that too is how you know you're vibrating low. As a Leo, or a black person, belonging to that frequency. But basically, like I'm gonna say, we're all being called to eat vegetables, okay, for this 12-year period. I feel especially this year, focusing on the appetite as well. I noticed, I've been eating, I ate, some chicken today, and I think it was day before yesterday, and, it made my stomach really upset. And I realized that, I started looking into the energies, and I realized that, oh, my appetites change. The frequencies for my appetite is different, and therefore I need to start eating differently. And how differently? The answer is there. Aquarius differently. It's there because the second house is in Leo. There's a change. Okay. Okay. The change is in Scorpio. A transformation. That's what's happening. Okay. And what's in Scorpio? The eighth house. Aquarius. So the transformation takes us to Aquarius. And Aquarius takes us back to the second house, which is where we started. Cycle complete. So if you find that you're feeling nauseated or really nauseous and, sick in the stomach, especially after consuming meat, you might want to, strategize your diet and start taking in more fruits and vegetables and water. Alright? So, if anything else comes to spirit or mind, which would, be from spirit to the mind, I will definitely share with you. I think there was something else, but I forgot. Okay, whenever I do remember, I will share. Namaste. So, eat your fruits and vegetables, okay? It's the frequency for that. The frequencies, they're not conducive for, the meat eating, I'm telling you. Alright, just listen to Queen CL, Sky Goddess, Namaste.